What's up there, travel fam? It's your favorite cruise enthusiast here, Sean from Travelissexy Travel Agency with another quick video just for you. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about buyer beware, using third-party websites. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of feedback from this, and I'm sure I'm going to be told we get the best prices, so on and so forth. And sometimes you might, but let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's dive a little bit deeper and talk about some of the third party websites that I'm sure we're all familiar with. So I'm sure we've all heard of sites like Expedia, Travelocity, Orbitz, just to name a few, even Booking.com, Hotels.com. I'm sure we've heard of all of those sites before, and I'm sure that we've all used them at one time or another. But there are some things that we should be cautious about when using these sites. And one of the questions that I get a lot of times, and I see in a lot of groups that I'm in, is they talk about using a travel agent versus booking it on your own. And is a TA really needed? And the answer is probably yes. But I don't think that most people understand TAs and how we get paid, what that model looks like. And actually, in next week's video, we will actually talk about using a TA versus booking on your own and what kind of happens with that. I don't want to delve into it right now, but we'll get into that next week. So that'll be next week's topic. But for today, we're going to talk about again using third-party websites and why you should be aware of what happens when you book those things. So here's the thing: we get online and we see these amazing deals sometimes, and we're like, wherever you're trying to go, might be $400, $500, $600, whatever it is, and you think it's a great deal. And on the surface, it looks absolutely amazing. However, on the back end is where it becomes a little difficult. So, again, the problem simply is that there are some things on the back end that we don't see. But I will say this: I want you guys to walk away from this video knowing that whether you use a TA or whether you book it on your own, all sites are that you see on any of these other websites, all these third party sites, all websites have a commission built into it. So you are paying someone else, whether it be Expedia, Travelocity, Hotels.com, whatever it is, you're paying someone else is getting part of that commission. It's just built into it. And again, we're going to delve more into that next week and next week's topic. Okay. But what happens, the other issue that happens is if something should happen, once you either the flights change or if the hotel you get all the way to your destination and the hotel says we don't have any rooms for the room category that you paid for, whatever. There's so many things that we know could happen when you're on vacation or going on vacation. Here's the thing. If you book that trip through a third party website and something happens and your flight gets changed, you cannot call the airline directly. They will not have anything to do with you in that booking. What they're going to tell you is to go directly to the site that you used and work it out through them. And if you read the fine print, which a lot of us sometimes don't, sometimes the access is not 24/7. Sometimes you have to wait till the next business day. Sometimes they're not open on a Saturday or Sunday. So when you're having issues and you need to speak to someone about it. It's not as easily ready. It's not someone easily accessible to you when that happens. You get to a hotel, you pay for one room category, they want to put you somewhere else, or they've canceled your reservation for whatever reason. Again, calling the third party websites can be difficult, and sometimes we're not always getting our problems, we're not finding resolutions to our problem. And so there are the benefits of booking directly with airlines and booking directly with hotels. But again, when you're using third party sites, the other issue that we run into is that a lot of times you need to pay it all up front. And most people don't always have $1,000 per person or whatever it is, or maybe even on a credit card to pay that price up front. And again, these will be some of the differences that we speak about next week when we talk about TA versus booking it on your own. So again, you have the issue of not being able to always have access to someone, whether you're booking a flight or whether you're booking a hotel or you've got a package going on with them. You have the issue of, um, again, not being able to go directly to the source, i.e., the airline and or the hotel directly to get those things resolved. So, again, using a TA can be very helpful, or just knowing how to book it can also save yourself a lot of time. So we know what the problem is. So what's the solution? Well, I'm glad you asked. The solution is simply this. If you are going to book a hotel, if you are going to book an airline flight, the best thing that you can always do is go directly to that website itself, the airline website or the hotel website, and book it directly through them. Now I know sometimes again it's the dates, the prices are wonderful, but again, if you want to be on the safe side if something happens, now you can call directly to the airline that you booked through, and you can get someone customer service wise who's going to help you. Again, that's not going to happen if you book through a third party website. Even though your flight may be on, let's just say JetBlue, because you booked it through the third party website, you're gonna have to call them. All right. So again, I want you guys to really hear me when I say that. If you book a hotel and you go directly to their website, again, if something should happen, something changes, the hotel itself will be able to help you because you've booked directly through them. All right. So I hope that this video helps explains a little bit about when I say buyer beware, booking on third party websites. Um, it could be a little bit, you could teeter totter, it could be a little bit dangerous, and I know people will say, well, I've never had a problem. And if you haven't had a problem, that is absolutely wonderful. But I want you guys to remember that there are some things that could happen. There are definitely some cons that happen when you book through a third party site. And being able to access someone when, in real time when those issues are happening is important. They should be very important because if something happens, you want to know who you can count on and who you can speak to in that time. And sometimes when you're booking through these sites, again, it is not always accessible to you. So again, this video is not long. It's probably a little bit under 10 minutes today, but I want to make sure that I put this video out and really just talk about some of the sites that are up here. And again, what I would really suggest, I strongly suggest for people, anybody who watches this video, if you're booking through third party sites, I know it's a lot. I know it's a small print. If you're on your computer, change the screen to 100, 125%, but read the fine print. Reading the fine print, you will know exactly what you're getting yourself into. There should be phone numbers there to call. Again, if you haven't had a problem, if you haven't had any issues, awesome. I'm happy, and keep doing what you're doing if it's working. But if you found that you've booked through third party sites before and you've had issues in the past because something wasn't right, again, just buyer beware. And like I said, again, I'm repeating myself, but in next week's video, we are going to talk about TA versus booking it on your own. You'd be surprised, um, you know, what you might have thought a TA does or how we get paid or any of that. Again, all sites, no matter what site, third party sites or whatever, they are all have a commission already factored into the price. So if someone says, well, I can just go on Expedia and do it versus, getting a travel agent because the travel agent is going to, charge me or get a commission, the commission is already in the price. So I just want you guys to know that, be aware. And until next time, guys, next week, next Tuesday, a new video will drop. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. And again, if you hit that notification button so you are aware when the next video is dropping. Until the next video, guys, peace.